Hi everyone, welcome back. Okay, let's try this again without turning off my video. Here we go. And I'm gonna reload our video and comments. There we go. And my volume's off, and I'll give everyone a second to come in. And so this is the project that we're going to be doing. So again, I want to give the lady credit for who created this tutorial. I have a little different spin on it, but when I post this video to YouTube, I'm going to link her tutorial in the description box because that's where I got my inspiration. And it's from a lady, Autumn Clark, where I saw this. And I thought it would be super fun for our merch swap. And they're really easy to make, and all you need is one file folder. So again, the original video is from Autumn Clark, and on YouTube I will link her her video in the description box. So basically, I'm going to show you guys the one that I made. This is my little prototype. So this isn't finished. We're going to finish this today because there's a couple of things I want to show you guys. So basically, it's made out of a file folder, and I've completely matted it, and I have I did some heat embossing, if you guys can see. That's one of Lorna's stamps. And then here, this is a pocket here. So that's part of the construction where this is a pocket. I stitched around the entire thing. And same with here. And then this is the center. And this is where the little tricky part is, guys. So the way that we fold it, it creates a pocket here at the top. So basically, we're going to do a 3-hole, this is my little take on it. She didn't add the journal in here, but I have a couple of, so for the swap, I think 5 pages is good. So I have a coffee dyed page, and I have some cute handmade papers that I cut down. So these were 12 by 12 papers, and I cut 2 sections off of each. So I have 5 giving me 10 pages. So we're going to sew this little journal into here in the center. So we'll do that after. And then the next part, so I did, again, I used Lorna's stamp here, her Chateau stamp. And then here, this is one of Tim Holtz damask stamps. And they go perfectly together. And then I used Tim Holtz ideology paper on the whole thing. And then over here, and then this part here is another pocket. So we can put a tag in there, and then the back. And I just did Handmade with Love, and I have my personal stamp by her, by Lorna. So I want to show you guys how we're going to get here, and then we're going to finish this one together because I want to do something totally different for the closure that I came up with. So I want to share it with you guys. And we're going to sew our little signature in here and finish decorating our tags. I have 2 I have pre-done with some ephemera ideology stamp, sorry, some stamped Tim Holtz stamps that I have. That's how I came up with this one. And then that's a background I did. So I have some ideology on my desk, and we will finish those, and they can go in here. So we'll do that after. So the first thing I want to start with is our file folder. Now, she used a standard folder, and you can use whatever you have. The ones that I have are legal because they are bigger. I do a lot of, absolutely a lot of file folder projects. So I literally, guys, I buy these, I buy 100 at a time in a box, probably from Amazon for, I would say, about $20. And I'm sure you can find them secondhand or you can find them cheaper, but I do these kind of projects all the time. They're one of my favorites to do. File folder folios, flips. So anytime, you know, people are sharing file folder projects, I absolutely love to try them. And one of my favorites as well that you guys might want to look up is Artimaze. She makes her file folder journal, and I did one, and I gifted it to Jill probably almost 2 years ago now. Or maybe, yeah, almost 2 years ago. And I did it Tim Holtz style. And that's one of my favorite projects too, guys. The Artimaze, her file folder journal. The construction is just so fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our file folder. This one here is, again, it's legal. You can use standard, you can use legal, use whatever you have. And what we want to do is we just want to make this part here even. So as you can see, all the file folders, the back part is a little bit longer than the front part. I'm not worried about my flap. We're going to keep this, but we're going to just take our scissors and we are going to... So for this project, literally guys, all you need is some glue. You can stitch it like I did with the other one. You can glue it. There's no right or wrong way. But I thought, what a super fun little project when I saw this. And I thought, you know what, let's swap them when they fold out. So the best way I would think to send it in the mail would be to fold it straight down like this, and it'll fit right into a mailing envelope. And it's not even... It's very thin, like it's not going to be thick. So keep that in mind, guys, when you're embellishing. So just don't put like thick things like buttons on it. Just keep it down to, you know, your papers, do some embossing. That's kind of the point, guys. I want to show you some inspiration. So basically with this, I would just fold it like that. And that's going to be the best way to swap these, or even like that. So anyways, back to the construction. So then once we've got that completely even at the top, then what we're going to want to do, and you're going to take a bone folder, and if you don't have a bone folder, you can use the blunt end like this of your scissors to make these creases. That's fine too. Use whatever you have. So basically I'm going to take, slide it up so I'm right in frame so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. There we go. We're going to take this part of the folder, so this part here that doesn't have the lip, and we're going to pull this right to the bottom. So we're going to line this all up perfectly even until we have it perfect. I like to give it a light crease, and then I like to go in to give it the permanent crease. Again, you can use the bone folder or the blunt end of your scissors. There we go. So there's one panel. So then we have this. We're going to take our file folder and we're going to flip it upside down. So now we're at the back. Okay. We're going to pull the top down to the bottom, and we're going to do the same thing. Yep, we're going to do the same thing. So we're pulling it right down to the bottom, and we're going to match up this end here. So you're going to have this hang over, which is fine. And you're going to match that up right here. Okay. Super easy, right guys? This is the hardest part of the project. Okay. Then when we flip it, okay, we want these two to essentially meet up in the middle. So, hold on. That's okay. I just need to, get them to meet in the middle. Right here. So we just have to alter that a little bit. I think I folded it over just a little too much. So again, I'm just gonna, that's no big deal. Okay. Sometimes it's finicky. Okay. We just want it perfect. I was off by 1/4 of an inch. It happens. And again, if it happens, just improvise. You want to line it up like this. Again, make your fold right here. And it's fine, we're going to mat the whole thing anyways. Here we go. Get it to go that way. Come on. These are very thick. And sometimes, I mean, folding paper is much easier than folding super thick cardstock, right? These are 120 pound. These file folders that I have. So they're not always the easiest and most cooperative thing to fold. And that's okay. And you won't see any of this because it's all going to be matted anyways. So that's fine. Perfect. So as long as you're pretty much straight. And see, that's not bad. I can live with that. See, and just maybe, here we go. Here we go. So essentially, you have this, where your two ends are meeting together. Then what we're going to do is we're going to unfold the whole thing. We've now got 4 panels that are approximately even. And then we're going to take the bottom and we're going to fold the bottom up. There we go. So I have a flap here, that's why that wasn't working out. And that's perfectly fine, because see, this is going to make one of our pockets. If you guys can see that. Okay, so yeah, we want to make sure it's completely flat. There we go. So you'll get hangover on this side from this one, and you'll get hangover from the side from that one. So as long as they line up perfectly, which they do, we are good to go. Okay, now we're going to unfold it and fold our file folder back to normal. Then we're going to get our paper trimmer. And now what we're going to do, we are going to close one flap here. So like that. And what we're going to do, so we're going to leave the top intact, and we're going to take our paper trimmer and we're going to trim from the bottom. So I want to flip it probably the opposite way like this, guys. Okay? Because we are going to put this into our paper trimmer like that, and we are going to cut it from the bottom to the top, and we are going to skip the top panel. So we're going to go through all 3 panels, not 4. Oh, I lost you guys. Hopefully I'm still live. Yeah, everything looks good. I'm back. Okay, so here we go, guys. So now that we're at the top, I'm going to make my slice from the bottom, starting at the bottom. Just wanted this to kind of fit in here a little better. Okay, just want to make sure I'm even. Nope. Okay, it's just kind of awkward because it's like that. And then we want to, if you guys can see that, there we go, you guys can see. I want to make sure that I am completely straight. You know what? This is finicky. Let's just do it with scissors. I'm comfortable doing this with scissors. So basically, we have 4 panels. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to cut them, except for the top panel. We're going to leave it alone. So basically, we're just going to follow our guide right to here. From the bottom up. And this is it, guys. And they are so fun to make. And again, I would recommend, I used Tim Holtz paper, like his double-sided cardstock, to mat my project. But if you just want to use paper, like a scrapbook paper pad kind of thing, or even just covering it in mixed media, I would recommend that because it's super thick. So mine is thicker because I've used Tim Holtz cardstock. All right, so now we have this thing that folds like this. So here's the key, guys, in how we fold it. Okay, so we're going to take our journal. Okay, and oh, and then I have an ugly corner. I don't like ugly corners. So if you have ugly corner like I do, you just want to, you can take a corner rounder, or you can just round it off like that with your scissors. Same with this. This is kind of ugly here too. So I just like to kind of keep the overall file folder shape. Yeah, that one is kind of too. Yuck. There we go. And I can live with the rest. So now we are going to, let me see here. All right, that. It starts like this. Okay, so this is the first one, and you're just going to kind of fold it, and then we're going to flip it, if you can see. So kind of fold it right to the end. Okay, here, I'll show you. Accordion, like this to the end. Okay, and then you're going to grab your 2 sides, and you're going to fold it up like this. Okay, and you're going to fold it in. So, yeah, you're gonna get something like that. I did it wrong. Hold on. Hold on. Because that's not how mine is. That's right. Like this. Hold on. Okay. That's part 2. So, no, like this. No, like this. Okay. Like that. Okay, so this is kind of like your part 2 here. That's right, guys. Okay, so you're going to take it like this. You're going to turn it to the side like this. Okay, we're going to turn it in. Yeah, like this. So if you guys can see, I have it this way. This is the front. And then I have this where I'm pulling it up like this. So there's my pocket, guys. And then I'm folding it around like that. And I'm folding these 2 in. And yeah, this one comes to the front and goes in. Did I? No. No. What did I do wrong? Okay, it was just supposed to be like a quick whoosh together sort of thing. Hold on. I'll get this. Ah. Okay. Okay, but you had it like this. All right. That's it. Okay, so we're folding it. Holy moly. I will get it. I promise. I did one. Now I'm struggling to figure it out. Okay, here we go. Like that. Because yeah, that's right. That makes my second pocket because that's what we're looking at right here. You guys can see that. That's my pocket. So over here this way, that is my pocket. That's the first page. And there should be one that tucks in front of it, which is probably like this. I want to think. I guess it doesn't matter where we have our pocket, right? Just essentially, we're just, yeah, flipping it this way. And we're going to flip it this way. Okay. I think I did that right. That's okay, guys. It's essentially a variation. No, it is right. There we go. I had it backwards. Okay, did you guys catch that? Okay, try again. So, we're like this. Now I know what I'm doing, guys. And we're like this, okay? So accordion folded this way. Accordion folded this way. This is our second pocket right here. And then we're folding it up like this. I had it right. I'm just losing my mind. Okay, not enough coffee today, guys. So then we have 2. We have this one, this, and this one like that. So that's how it's going to go. This is your first flap. Mine's just shorter than this one for here. And then this is your pocket for the second page. And this is also a pocket here. So it just depends on exactly how you... Sorry, wrong way. That's the back. That's the front. So then we flip it. If you guys can see that. Yes, this is the front. This is our next pocket here on that page. This one, and then the back. There we go, guys. So basically, I don't know how mine's smaller. I don't know what I've done. But this is what you're going to end up with. Oh, maybe I did use some standard for this one. So that's the difference, guys. A standard file. Yeah, I used a standard file folder for this one, and I used a legal for this one. So that's why we're a little bit wonky. Okay. Any questions, guys? I think I got it. So it's just kind of finicky. You just got to play with it. So it's essentially accordion folded, flip it over, and then that little piece goes together. So basically, it's where you have the 2 sections that meet. You're going to have that. That's where it's going to give you this. The 2 sections that meet is going to give you the pocket like this. And it's up to you. You guys, as you can see, everywhere where you have these, and that's why I'm struggling, because I've already sewed all mine, and mine are all done already, and these are all pockets. So this is like, once you sew it, that's where you're going to tuck your stuff in, right? And this one here, no, I do have it upside down again. Oh boy. Yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah. So yeah, these are gonna, cause yeah, see, look guys, your pockets end up at the top. So when you sew them together, your pocket is here. So what you want to do is just stitch along here and stitch along the bottom. So that's essentially what I've done over here. And I'm confusing myself, guys, because this was a standard size file folder that I had. So that's the difference. And this one's legal. So if you use legal, they're much bigger than your standard envelope, or sorry, your standard file folder. So basically what I've done is I've stitched all the way around these. And then we have a spot for a pocket or a tuck here. And then in the middle, so same thing, guys, when we find our middle, like that, we're going to stitch in a journal. And then your journal would be bigger for a letter size, where this one is standard. So if you have a standard one, it's going to be smaller like this one. Just use what you have, or you can cut it down too if you don't like the size. So basically, the other thing that I wanted to show you guys, I have, yeah, like I said, a couple of tags here to go in, and we're going to stitch our, so anyone that's new and wants to participate, or anyone that wants to see how I do it, I'm not worried too much, guys. I'm just going to put my pages all together. Yeah, clamp them down. Okay, put them here. Grab my awl and my sewing thread. I use crochet thread. It's just what I prefer to use. Use what you have. Some people prefer wax thread. That should probably be good enough, I would think. Yeah, we're just doing a small, simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So again, I just want to line this all up, put it exactly where I want it. There we go. And my middle would be right about here. Okay. I use Sizzix Stamper's Secret Weapon. That's my favorite tool for poking my holes. It has a nice grip on it and I don't slip. So there's no poking myself or slipping with it. And I'm going to go right about here. There we go. And I can pretty well do it one-handed, if you guys can see that. Okay, and I'm going to stitch through here. Nope, I've got a knot. Okay, I've got a knot again. What did I do? Sorry, guys. Just trying to see what on earth I did. Here, I don't know what I've done. Okay. Again. Okay, we're going to go down through here. Okay, through there. Whoops. Okay, I like to leave a tail, so about that. Then we're coming through here. I think that's what I did wrong. There we go. Yep, coming up through this one. Okay. Make sure that's nice and tight. Perfect. Going down through the middle. Oh. So make sure my papers haven't shifted. Looks like that's exactly what happened. Normally I'd clamp my papers. I'm just trying to save a minute here. And I forgot my clamps. They're all at my desk. And I'm sitting at the countertop. So, I'm just improvising. That's okay. So there we go. And back through the center hole. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm right out of focus. There we go. Then I'm going to come to right about here. Okay. And then I'm coming back. Sorry guys. Yep. Hang on one sec. There we go. Sometimes it's finicky, depending on what you're trying to sew through. Sorry guys, I bumped that. And now I just have to come back through the pages. And that's okay, there's only 5. So here we go, if that happens to you. Just one. Because for a little book this small, I wouldn't be too, you don't have to get too finicky. But when you're doing like, you know, a five signature book where you want everything to line up and you want it to be perfect, because I'm like that. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to sewing in my, you know, my bigger books, that everything is even and it's perfect and it matches and lines up. Then I would definitely clamp it. But it's just a little one signature 5-page, like this is just 5 pages. So this is easily done just by, pretty much by, you know, eyeballing it. And that's fine. For a little project like this, it's fine. I want to make sure this entire thing is tight. And I've got one loose thread, and I'm not sure why. Because we're all tight here. Okay. That's better. Just want to make sure everything's nice and tight on both sides. There we go. There's my tail. And then I'm just going to literally, this is just a simple 3-hole pin-fill stitch. And I usually reinforce it. But again, for this, I'm not worried. It will be fine. So I pull it like that to the middle. I go underneath this one. So it all meets up in the middle. And then I just tie a double knot. So 1, like that. And I like to decorate my pages after I have my signature in. So it just depends on what your preference is. Some people prefer to do them before. I like to do them after, because then, you know, sometimes once I have the book together, that's when my best inspiration comes. So that's just my preference. There we go. And yep, it's perfect, right like that. And it's in the center, and then I have this on this side, and then I have this on the other side right here. It's directly in the center, and I'm happy with that. The other thing I wanted to show you is the closure. So this is super fun, and you guys have seen me do this before, where I make my faux leather. So basically I've made my faux leather paper. So what I do is I take my Cardstock and I cover the whole thing in vegetable glycerin, and then it literally instantly dries. I crumple the whole thing, and that's what gives me those really cool ripples. And then I take my distress ink, and I used walnut stain for a darker contrast to the craft paper. And then I go over it, and it just hits it lightly like this, like it's embossed. And then what I do is I seal the whole thing with gloss Mod Podge. So then when it dries, it gives you that effect and feel, like, because of the vegetable glycerin, like it's faux leather. And that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like it's faux leather. So I wanted to make a little closure using this, and it's going to look like it's a little piece of faux leather, right like that, over the side of the journal. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I want to take my Fabri-Tac, and the first thing I want to do is line it up. Where exactly do I want this? So I don't want to cover my birds, and I want it to be about center. So I'm thinking like something like right about here would be good, like that. And then so wherever it sits at this side is where I want to glue it. So here we go, guys. We're going to glue it right here to the back of the book, because that's what it looks like. It's like a faux leather strap kind of thing. Okay, so I'm just going to use, and I'm just kind of pouncing. I'm not going too crazy. I'm just enough to generously cover it. Okay, and that we're not going to come off. Okay, so right like that. And just hold that for a minute. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it over to here. And then what I want to do is I want to add for my closure. And I wanted to show this, guys, because this is super fun. Some of us have this already kicking around our house. And these are Velcro dots. So, basically, oh, the packaging is horrendous. Sorry, guys. Now, these are already sticky. Like, they're kind of like adhesive kind of thing. But I just want to add a little bit of Fabri-Tac to them to, just to give them a little something. And I like to put them together like this so I know exactly where they're going to sit. Okay, like that. And I'm going to have one that I want to attach to here, which would be the, if I can see the difference in that. Yeah, the bottom. So basically I want the side that's going to be the grip, and the soft side is going to go on the journal. So the grip side here, just a little bit of Fabri-Tac, just like this. And I'm going to put that on here. And this is going to go to the bottom of this. If you guys can see that, that's how this is going to go, right like that. So I'm going to put that side right in the center here, and I'm going to hold it. And then I'm going to put that aside. And I'm going to let that dry. Then what I want to do is come in. That's going to go on the opposite side, and the medallion is going to go on this side. So I'm going to position the medallion exactly where I want it. And this is just going to give it some reinforcement. I love these. These are Tim Holtz Impresslets, and I really enjoy using these. And he's got 2 sizes in each of the ones that he does. So this is the bigger one out of the 2. So they're the Impresslets, and there's another one that I have that's called Bursts. And that one is really nice too. So essentially, I'm just going to line this up exactly where I want it. So it looks natural. It should be right like that. I just want to, here we go. Just make sure we're completely even on here. That's probably perfect. Right there. Yeah, right like that. Okay. Then what I want to do is just flip it over. Come in with this. And I'm going to glue this entire thing. Aw, thanks, Tammy. Thanks, Rita. They're super fun to make. So I just wanted to share an idea too, the making of this, and then how I like to do these closures. So it's another way to just add something to your project. Here we go. Oh, now my Fabri-Tac is not cooperating with me. Here we go. Sorry guys, I was aiming to do this a couple of days ago. Just, we've had really bad weather, and my kids have been home from school for the last 2 days because of the weather. So that's why they're at school today, and there we go. I thought, woohoo, I can go live and we can do this project now. Then I'm going to be back live again tonight for my mermaid journal. I'm so excited to start working on it. And then, literally, guys, right like that. And just position it so it's right in the middle. And see? And then you don't even see it. You don't even see that. And then we're going to add our little... I'm at the end of my bottle, guys. That's what the problem is. Here, we're going to add our little bit here like that. There we go. And then we're just going to let this fold over right like that. And we're going to position it comfortably. Then I'm going to hold that down right like that. And that creates a beautiful little closure for our book. And as soon as that's dry, it'll work perfectly. And that's just using simple Velcro dots. These ones I bought from Amazon. I think they were $10. And I kept a strip of them, guys, and I've used them for other things around the house too. They're handy for like power bars and things. Oh, thank you so much, Rita. Yeah, I really love the medallions. The bursts are really nice too, and they do the same thing where they come in the 2 sizes. There, and I didn't want to cover up my birds. So I really like how that turned out. There we go. And again, like that. And then what we can do right now is open it. And then I can get a good stick. There we go. Probably easier if I just... Alright. And this one here. And I just let them dry right like that. Yeah, and they're perfect. There we go. So that's how it'll look. So then this comes over like that. And then for my tags, I can just... You guys know how to make tags. I don't have to show that, I don't think. Unless you guys want to see me make tags. I just have to check my time. Yeah, I'm okay, guys. I got 1 o'clock. I have another hour before my kids come home. So if you guys want to hang out with me and we'll finish the tags, we can do that. Or I can let you guys go. See? And then, yeah, your tags will just sit in the last 2 portions. Or wherever they fall, depending on how you fold it. But this one here ended up with the 2 pockets at the very back. There we go. And just like that. And I'll finish working on the tags. And that's it, guys. We have a cute little journal. And I left 2 spots in there for journaling, or we can... Or we can do some ideology stuff in there too. Oh, that's wonderful, Rita. And if you guys want, I can show you the new ones that I just got. Because, yeah, I'm so bad, guys. I'm forever ordering Tim Holtz stamps, and they're right in front of me. So these are the ones that I have new for this month. I have Tim Holtz Damask, and I used that one, CMS 190. And I used that one in here, right here. And I did it with the heat embossing. And I just love how that turned out. So pretty. See, I love his stamps. So that's this one. Let me get in frame so you guys can see. Okay. I ordered Dapper CMS 267. That's going to be another new favorite with all the ephemera pieces, paint colors, supplies, the numbers, the hand. If you guys are in Tim Holtz addicts or you follow Tim Holtz designers, Zoe Hillman, she uses this one a lot, and she mixes and matches the Distinguished with Dapper, and she puts the ephemera piece, traveling trunks and bags, right across here. So I absolutely love how she does that. So there's a couple of other things that I wanted to try that are totally different, but I'm just, yeah, that's some inspiration right there, and Tim Holtz does that as well. So he's done that with some of his swatch tags and things. So I'm excited because I have now the big gear, and then repairs receive constant attention. So that's kind of neat that you can, you know, mix and match. That's what I like to do. I like to mix and match my stamps, and I use bits and pieces of things when I'm creating backgrounds and different things. So these are just wonderful elements to have. And the really interesting thing too about his Distinguished is that all these hats and collars fit most of his other stamps. So I could take Time Traveler, or I could take the Professor, or you could take Snarky Cats, or you could take Crazy Cats or Crazy Dogs, and you can mix and match these. So you can give them top hats, you can give them collars, and you can give them umbrellas. And I'm wondering too if that doesn't fit Umbrella Man. So I'm going to give that a try and see if I can get some of these elements to go on Umbrella Man. So yeah, I have some fun stuff I want to try. And then this one here is Reflections CMS 111. So that's basically your background stamp. So this one here is the definition of imagination and curiosity. And then he has a beautiful Paris, like a French script stamp here. And then the numbers. And I love little numbers. So those will be super fun to play with different ways. And I'm even thinking like to do something with the gear and then having like the numbers kind of all in behind it. So I think that'll be really fun. So that's kind of what I had in mind when I purchased a lot of these. And they all play together. So this is my new for the month of February to March. So I just wanted to share that. Super fun. So here we are, guys. It's pretty much dry now, and we can close it. And as you can see, it holds it perfectly. So I'm really excited. So thank you guys so much for spending your morning with me and most of the afternoon. And I'll see you back tonight. Grab a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. And we're going to work on the mermaid journal. So I'll be back live for around probably 10:30. So I'll post, guys, and I will see everybody tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. Bye.